breeze.
There's a breeze preparing.
Wow.
No, you know we need the heartbeat. That's when.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Let's not go there. Let's not go there today. We're not going
That's what
there.
we're talking about. How you can get the
The
heartbeat.
thing is, the
I'm
mixture.
shocked.
It's a mixture between the way he looks at you, the way he moves his body. I'm gonna base it on my date. Is the way he looks at you and he just sits there. And
Oh my God. He looks like he's ready to.
like he's just picturing in his head how he's going to push that.
Hi guys, and welcome to your Fave Buddy Talks. Today about sensuality and sexuality.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's your girl Naomi, aka your Fave Buddy. With my girls here, you can introduce yourselves.
I am Shal, self-love badass.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Bubsy. You can follow me on Instagram at Bushianish. All the info will be down below.
Yes, ma'am. I am Marion, aka Nazza. Info will be below also.
Same with mine.
Period. Everyone's info below.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, guys, I thought to start this podcast, as you guys know, because I feel like there's a gap in the market and in the brain of a lot of people, whether that's men or women. And I feel like there's definitely topics that we need to talk about. And Marion had a good question to start off.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
So my question is, are men the prize or are women the prize? And the reason it's my question, because technically I would automatically say women. But then I was listening to a podcast. It was an all-men podcast. And
Lord.
they were breaking down.
Because it's going to be a different answer.
Yeah.
It's just men like...
They were really like breaking down why, in actual fact, men are the prize. And I felt so triggered. And I was just like,
I don't know
why?
about that.
But the things they were saying, okay, like it's just little things. Like they were making points as when a guy and a woman, when a guy and a girl goes on a date, yeah, and the date is over, more time, first thing, more time, the guy's first thought is whether he liked the girl, whether he liked the girl after, whether he wants to see her again. A girl's first thought, I could for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily thinking, do I like the guy first? I'm always like, okay, was it good? Like, did he like me? Kind of thing.
Really?
Naturally, those kind of things. You never really hear a man. Well, it's not even never really. You never hear a man saying a man wants to be husband. It's always a girl wants to be wifed. It's never about, you know, what the man has to bring. It's all about what the woman has to bring. Like, and even when the girls are in relationships, more time, they never really want to step out or find another guy. Like once they found a good guy, they're pretty much invested in that one guy. And if he fucks up, girls are, you know, more likely to forgive and whatever, because you don't want to have to go through the hassle of finding another good guy. Yeah.
I don't feel that counts. I don't feel like that counts because all the things you said, that's from a men's perspective. That's why I was like, it's a men's podcast. I'm just like, oh,
it is, but still, like, especially the relationship one. Like, once you've got like a good guy, yeah, and let's say the guy fucks up,
you think a woman stays? I'm not staying.
Okay, no, come on. More time.
If I have a guy that fucks, I feel like, Percy, I feel like the woman is the prize because
100%.
What? We bring life into everything.
Life into the world.
I get that.
That's one thing.
And I get that, and I agree with that. Like the power of a woman and what we bring, creating life, amazing. But I'm talking about the way society has set it up. A woman is waiting for like a good man. Okay, let's say a woman decides to be serious. When a woman's, you know, doing her thing, she's doing her thing. But let's say she's ready to be serious. More time she has to go through the dogs and go through the frogs.
Yeah, but doesn't that show that she's the prize?
No, because once she finds the good guy, she wants to hold on to the good guy.
Technically, in default, she's already the prize.
This is
looking for the good guy.
She's looking for a good guy.
For the bad guys to filter through
like,
to find the good guy.
She needs to go through hell to find someone that's equipped.
She's already the queen, the one that's running it all.
I think you're just using these terminologies about the queen. I think it's because
but I'm not deep in your thing.
No, deep it, because when a man is ready to settle down, more time. A woman, more time. Girls are ready. Yeah, unless you're really doing your thing. If you find the guy that's the guy, you're ready. And the guy's ready to wife you. With girls, you can be ready, but as long as you encounter dogs, you're still waiting for the one that's not gonna be the dog. So when you finally get that guy, you're holding on to him. So I think that's why they look at it exactly. See, now you're scratching your head. They're looking at it as, that's why the guy you find is the prize, and you hold on to him.
I think what you're saying is there's less good guys.
Basically.
That's what you're trying to say. Because
but that doesn't mean they're the prize. They're just dickheads then.
100%. You're saying, because there's not a lot of good men, a lot of women are not able to find good husbands.
The prize that you're referring to, are you referring to the prize being something that is something inordinary? Something that's not commonly out there.
Exactly, that's the prize.
Okay,
you win the guy.
But you're saying are men the prize or women the prize? It doesn't matter if they're good or bad or whether do we want them. We're talking about stripping it down to female or male.
No, I'm talking about in terms of relationships. Obviously, women, we carry ourselves as we are the prize. I still think we are the prize. But in terms, and yes, we're queens, all that beautiful names we call ourselves. But in terms of whether the rarity, a prize is something you win. Like it's a rare
That's
thing.
That's why it's a prize. It's like a trophy.
Exactly.
It's something rare that you have on the stand.
Exactly.
Right.
And where there's so many good women, as far as
you can't
not as many
them
good
all as prizes.
I would call all women good prizes. I would call all good women good prizes. But I'm saying the reason I think men think they're the prize is because, as I said, when you get a good man out of the frogs and the dogs, it's hard. It's hard for you to.
I have a question then.
Okay, go on.
Because if that's the world we're living in now, that men think they are the prize, is that maybe is that not the reason why the world is so fucked up now then, and why the relationship are so fucked up? Because if men are walking around thinking I'm the prize, everyone come to get me, I don't do no effort, no such effort to get a woman. Okay, but that shows you that the dating pool is fucked up.
But then can't we?
So
both
I
be
don't
prizes?
agree, because when it used to be that the woman is the prize, men used to actually behave like men and actually do things that a man wants to do for a loving woman.
I completely agree.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I can't agree to saying a man is the prize, because the amount, like the man is the provider, all that stuff. But when it comes to holding a family together, even just thinking about that, having kids, holding a family together, having a home, those are characteristics that 90% of the time a woman only does. So I find it very hard. I get the points, I fully get the points, because I hear you, but I feel like it's very hard to just be like men are the prize. Like, that's, in my opinion, that's probably why the dating pool looks like the way it fucking looks.
I have a different opinion on that. I think it's both men and women.
It's always both.
It's always both.
It should be both.
Because the way I look at it, have you ever physically looked at a trophy? It's not actually perfect. It's not sculpted perfectly. There's mistakes on it. There's digs on it. That's the same for a person. They have their imperfections. But it's how they carry themselves out with those imperfections. It's how they carry themselves out with that person throughout their life with those imperfections. It's how they see themselves. Do they see themselves as being perfect all the time? Because really and truly, in my eyes, the only person perfect or the only being perfect is God. But all right, a person is not perfect. Whether you're male or female, you're not perfect.
That's what I'm saying. You can't walk around being like,
are you willing to stand there and be accountable for not being imperfect?
But okay,
are you willing to be committed? Are you willing to put yourself towards that relationship with that person? Are you willing to build yourself with that relationship with that person, to be what you need to be for that person and for yourself, to be the prize?
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, men
so
just walking around
men
here.
And women. It's not just men, because there's a lot of derivative, there's a lot of meaning behind a lot of things going on in society where we're always downgrading men, and I don't like this. All right, because yes, okay, a lot of people have had a bad experience with men. I could put my hands up and say that. Okay, I've had lots of bad experience. We all have. All right, but I'm gonna put my bisexual side out of this. I've had it both on men and women.
I never degrade men, but I just don't agree men saying I'm the prize. That sounds mad.
But you know what it is?
That's not even manly to me. I'm not even attracted to you if you come to me and tell me I'm the prize, you know.
No,
but fuck off, bro. Keep that in it.
I don't want to hear anyone coming up to me and telling me you're the prize.
But if that's what you think in your head, you're going to replay that in your actions. He's going to move like, oh, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that.
A prize is a surprise. A prize is a surprise. So you should not be coming up and saying I'm the prize.
100% no, you're sick.
But that's what man am I thinking, bro.
I think like we all want different things. Like females want different things from males, and males want different things from females. So we're not going for the same prize anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we're not running the same race. So we're not winning the same prize. So the way you value a prize, we value a male, and the way a male values a female is completely different. So their prize is different to what our prize is. Like you said, they might be looking, their wifey prize is endowed of like something that's honest, all these type of things. And a male prize to a female is completely different. So they can call themselves a prize, but we're not running the same race. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That is true still. I do hear that.
You know, so
that's what I'm saying. It's a hard thing to just be like, oh, this is the prize. I'm just saying from my perspective, if men are out here walking, calling themselves the prize,
there's a lot of ego.
Keep that prize, baby boy. I don't want you.
It is. I think,
don't want you at all.
That is why a lot of men are walking around like that. I think because there are, as I said, the dogs and the frogs. And this is, as I said, this is what the guys on that podcast were saying. Like, it should be, as you said, back in the day, like women are women. Like, it should be, and I don't even like the word prize in the sense, like, but the way that the guys were talking about, they were talking about like
handle us in a different way. Basically, that's all I'm asking for.
This current day, I think that's why a lot of guys are walking around bougie, especially when you know you've got it like that, because when you're ready to be serious, it will be easier for them to find the girls. Go on.
Because then what are men that are the prize looking for then? Because if they say, I'm the prize, I bring the money, I have the car, I have this, okay, cool, what do you want your woman to be then? Like, you know, like for me, I'm like, what do you guys want then?
So I've seen an episode about that with a guy that said that. I can't remember what show it was. And he was like, she needs to do this, this and this. She needs to be providing for her family. She needs to be cooking and this and this. She was doing all of that and it wasn't enough.
Oh, see?
So, in retrospect, they don't actually know.
Because that's what I'm saying, because there's so many men out there that are like, yeah, but I want a shorty that still makes money, but she's still at home and she's still a housewife, but she needs to have a...
that and it's not enough.
But I think that's the insecurity on them, because they think...
And that's where I'm coming to. It's like, okay, so then... Again, I'm going to refer back to prizes, trophies. What are trophies? Golden or platinum. They shine, right? They're silent. Those people that are saying I'm prizes, are you shining? Where's your insecurities at? Have you checked your insecurities? Have you done some self-love on yourself?
But
because if you have, you don't need to validate and be shouting out to people, I'm the prize. You don't
do you guys like being called, like, if you have a man, do you want him to call you, or that's like my trophy wife?
Yeah, like, I was gonna say that.
I feel like you like 100%.
it. No,
I feel like she likes it.
Wait.
Not like my trophy, my trophy wife.
No, because I feel like it lowers you down into respect that it's something that I own you. You know what I mean? If you don't think so?
No.
Trophy wife, like that's all you're good for is to be shiny and to be there, to be on my side. It's not a counsellor. It's not something that you can confide in.
I get that, but I think the idea behind a trophy wife is the idea that I've worked to get this person. I've grinded to get this person. I've proven myself of this person. And as you said, a trophy shines, right? I don't look at if I was to be called a trophy wife, I'm damn near sure I'm not looking at it as like a piece on your arm just to show off for display.
What happens if I get a speck of dirt?
LOL. I'm looking at it as if like when you call me your trophy wife, is just like you see me as this light, like you see me as something. Yo, I've hustled, I've not even trained. You know what I mean? Like I put in work.
If that's the intention behind it, I get it.
Yeah, I put in work to get this person, and now like look, I will happily want a guy to show me off and whatever because he feels like I'm this incredible person that he's had to hustle to get. Yeah. So in that type, I wouldn't mind being a trophy wife, but if it's like that, please.
So I don't like the idea of that because you see how I made that comment about speck of dirt. What happens when you can't hustle no more? What happens when you're struggling? Let me. No. What happens, like for example, I'm gonna give you a scenario. What happens when you're in a relationship where the person is struggling? You two are supporting each other. You're supporting them. What happens now when the table turns and you're the one supporting them, or they're the ones supporting you, and all the time you were. That's what I'm saying. What happens when the tables turn? You're the one that needs the support. Are you no longer the trophy wife? That's what I mean by the speck of dirt. Are you no longer the one shining? Are you
but to me, a shining is not, as I said, it's not. It's more than you know, she's a winner. That time it's about your mind. It's about, when I see something as a trophy, I only see it as like, I've done the work and I've gotten this. I've gotten this.
But then you've got to
whatever.
realize the relationship's a two-way street. It's
no,
not.
100%.
It's
I
not
want my guy to be a trophy as well. I'm hustling to get my own trophy.
Yeah.
So men and women are the prizes.
100%.
They're both the prizes. But I just think in this day and age, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
What?
In this day and age,
What, it's men? Are you gonna say men?
I'm not gonna
If she says that,
I'm definitely not gonna say it's men. I'm definitely not gonna say it's men.
She can't, because she would be lying.
I just think there's a certain. There's a certain, and I think. Okay, let me back up the.
Okay.
yeah, choose your words wisely.
Like, I think there's a reason that us women have had to kind of fight and become this, like, no, I'm the prize, I'm the prize, because you have to remind yourself, because we've been done dirty so much.
True.
We are now like, no, I'm the prize, I do this, I bring forth life, I do this, I do that, I do that.
Affirmation.
Exactly, but it's now getting to the point where you're not saying it's out of a place of love. It's out of a place of, like, not insecurity, but belittling of the man. So now men are also now having to be like, no, I'm the prize. I do this, I do that, I do that.
But that is my issue, because
and I'm a good man.
I hear that, but you can say you're a good man. I feel the choice of words. If a man says I'm a prize, it's not.
No one should be
to
saying
me,
that, prize.
you don't even sound manly anymore. That's me in it. I like a man to be a man. If you're coming to me and telling me you're a prize,
that's a bit.
what man? A man to be a man?
Yeah.
You saying prize just sounds off for me.
Okay.
So if, as women, it's us saying I'm a prize.
I feel like it's a feminine. It sounds for me.
Ooh, okay.
That's me personally.
Yeah,
For me, it sounds like something a female would say, a woman would say. I'm the prize. Like, I'm shiny. All the things you said, shiny. Something someone had to hustle for. Someone had to look at that person and be like, yo, I really want that person. Like, imagine in the relationship, the woman is the one only hustling for this guy. I feel like personally the imbalance of feminine and masculine energy is off. That is me. If that's the case.
Oh, in that scenario.
I like to be a woman. I like to be feminine. I like you to do the first thing. I like you to take the first steps, to approach me, to initiate. So if I'm feeling like I'm hustling you because you're the prize,
I completely understand that.
I'm not attracted to you.
100%.
And that's just me though. But that's me in it. That's why I could never say wholeheartedly, men are the prize. You would never hear me say it. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gonna hear me say that shit. That is wrong.
She still loves you.
I love y'all. Y'all the best. See me, man. Best thing. But like, I just, it sounds weird. We're both the prize.
Yeah, we are
because I was never the woman to say I'm the prize anyway.
Yeah.
You get it? I was
No,
never
I
the
get
type
you.
of woman anyway.
It kind of refers back to I don't know if you guys heard Cher's saying when she was given an interview, and she was
The
like,
singer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it, and the meme of what she was like. She was told, does she feel like, what is her opinion on men? Like, does she like men?
Yeah.
And she was like, of course I love men. I like men. I adore them, but I don't need them.
Yeah. I've seen that
I
actually.
don't need them. All right. Apparently, her
I don't know if I
mom
can
asked
say
her. And
that
you know what?
though,
It's
you know?
funny because my mom has told me this thing. All right, and my aunts have told me the same thing. You need a man. I'm like,
That you
hello?
don't need a man, or you do need a
No,
man.
that I do need a man. I'm like,
So
I'm
what
my
do
own
you
man.
guys think?
Oh,
So what do
am
you
my
guys
own
personally
man.
think? Do you need a man, or you
No,
just?
because I am my own man. I can do the same thing my man can
I
do.
wouldn't take
I
it
can't
that
agree
far.
in it,
I
but
wouldn't
that's what
take
I'm
it that
asking.
far.
That's what I'm asking everyone.
I
So
can.
you
I
said
said
no.
I said no because I can do this. No offense, but I technically, with all the advances with technology and everything that we have out there, I could be my own man. And with the mindset that I have and the person I am my own man.
Cool. That's you. What about you guys? I want to hear everyone.
I need a man, and I feel like man, come to me.
Like, she need a man.
I think sometimes we get so
application
scared for saying we need something because it leaves us vulnerable. It leaves us so vulnerable, and I don't think in this day and age people are so scared to be vulnerable. And I think at a point,
I agree.
and especially you talk about the whole independent women, we're always forced to be like, yes, we're the prize, yes, we're the prize. Like we can kind of turn men into 100%. Like. Like we don't need them, and that's when they're shouting, "Oh no, we're the prize." So we're kind of fighting
it's a
them.
fight.
We don't need you.
We don't. And we're all
We
fighting.
don't want you anyway. Them ones, like,
After you break up, I
Bring
need
to the
it.
table.
do you not even have money? Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, Let me get real. I'm learning.
You're learning.
I'm learning.
Wait. She didn't answer the question.
I'm a work in progress. So that term,
Okay.
that sentence, I will say.
It's vulnerable, isn't it? It's very
Yes, it's vulnerability.
It's Aquarius. It's hard for us to say.
I feel like I need a man.
It's a safe space. Safe space.
Yeah, man. I need a man. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I do believe. I just feel like, as humans, we need each other.
Yeah.
And as I said, unfortunately,
Yeah.
the way life has happened and the way things have come about in this day and age, we've detached ourselves so much, and technology, it doesn't help. Because there's so
literally
many,
doesn't.
And the thing is,
I used the wrong
think
thing. Technology is not what I meant. I meant by you got IVF.
Oh no, I know what you meant. To be honest,
yeah.
like science and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't help because it
pushes the divide more.
100%, and I feel
That's true.
that's man. Is that man-made? Like
Yeah.
That's all
Basically.
man-made, and I just believe like that you cannot replace emotional connection and that spiritual connection with a man-made situation. Like as humans, we need each other. Whether that is a man and a woman, like whatever it is, we need each other. And society and life and under fortunate circumstances have made us feel like we don't need, and it's just because we're scared.
It's constant battle.
Yeah.
Because I personally feel like I'm like a strong person. I can be independent.
Yeah.
I feel like if I put my head to anything, I can achieve it.
100%.
I could, you know what I'm saying, be the richest woman ever and do that. But I feel like deep down, I need a man. And I feel like the only reason I can wholeheartedly say that is I went through the motions with looking at your family, looking at your upbringing, looking at things you may have had or may have missed, where you're like, damn, like, what do I want when I get old? Or what do I want when, literally, I get old and I have kids there? Like, do I still want the man to be there? Like, in my perspective, do you know the film The Notebook? I want my life to end like this.
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh my god, you should watch it. They basically literally fall asleep together and die together. Like that's how they.
Okay,
that's the type of love I want. So I don't care about y'all. That's an old movie, bro. If you don't know that movie, watch it now, innit? It's beautiful. Even everything
Don't
before
know the
that.
movie, you're too young for this.
I'm screwed.
I hear that. If you've never seen the movie, it's a bit mad. But that's what I want in it. I feel like, as you said, like we're so advanced nowadays that it's like driving this divide, and feminist movement drives the woman to be that person and have the trousers on and but deep down, let's keep it real. I'm really emotional. I need someone to lean on. Like,
woman wants to be a
But
woman.
then I need to add in perspective. That's down to perspective and the person.
yeah, that's what I was asking everyone, innit?
I know a few people that have lived their whole life single, and they're happy, they're content. They don't. So then you gotta think.
Is it because
what
they
is
never
between
found
me?
love though?
No.
Have they ever seen love?
They've
Have they ever
seen
experienced love? Because I feel like, really,
And they've decided that they're actually better off.
I think that's just being
though.
scared though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're just scared.
It ended good. They just
So why
decided
did it
that
end?
they were happy by themselves.
Right.
You know
They
what?
weren't happy with being with somebody. So that is all dependent on perspective. And also it comes to the question of what is need and what is want. Where's the boundary? Okay, because do you actually need a person or do you just want a person badly in your life?
I feel like we
Do you
all
want
need
to
someone.
not?
I'm not trying to be
Is
old
it
and
more a
wrinkly
case
by
of
myself,
you don't want
bro.
to be, or you don't need to be? Is it a case of you don't want to be alone?
As I said, I personally feel like as humans, we were created for human interaction.
Yeah.
100%.
We all need.
That's why we're
each
all
other.
here,
This
bro.
is, exactly. This is not
Why do you
even
think this
based
planet
on just-
exists? You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
is not, because if not, why would there be man and woman? Why would there be different, things? Why won't we be interacting with can I swear? Fucking objects. Like, we, as humans, we need each other. So I understand the level between want and need, but I genuinely think a lot of it comes from the, not even fear, but just people don't want to admit that you need. That's why, like, for example, when girls or kids grow up without fathers or mothers or whatever, having that affection. You can have your mother all your life, but you still
it's an absent mother or absent father.
Exactly. You can have your mother all your life, especially as a little girl. You can have your mother and you never have your father. Nothing.
Have your dad.
Exactly. And there's never, and it's not that you lacked love from your mother or anything like that. But at the end of the day, when you grow up, there always feels like there's something missing.
There is something.
And I
trust
think
me.
that's because
Connection to this.
Oh, there we go. And then that is why you always feel like something is missing because you needed that, and because you didn't get that as a child, you have now conditioned, your mind has now been conditioned to feel like, oh, I never had it, so I don't need it. But there'll always be something feeling like it's missing.
Because you know how it is when people are like, oh yeah, I grew up with a single parent and this and that, and they own it and they say, yeah, this is why I know I can do this by myself. But that could even just be based on that you've seen it, but maybe you've never seen, like, maybe a lot of us, I feel like, maybe haven't seen healthy love
100%.
in the home.
It's survival.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so much that's happened over the decades and years where it's just like, oh, do we really need a partner? And then we have science putting it out there like, oh, if you're single and you're a woman, like, freeze your eggs, like, freeze your eggs,
100%.
like, do it. You don't need to have that person. But I think, as you said, when it comes to, maybe we don't, I think we need it, but maybe we don't want it. I feel like deep down we need it, because why do we have all these emotions as human beings?
100%.
Why are we spiritual beings having a physical experience? Like, why is that? Because there's so much to it, and I feel like people are so focused on the ego, the me, I, everything's about me, and that's why there's such a big divide in it. That's why this whole world is going the way it's going.
For obviously creation of life, like.
Simple.
We need each other. I mean,
because the kids, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like in a few years' time, the kids that are coming from all the science stuff, it's gonna be weird. It's not gonna.
Is there such thing? Because I don't really know. I don't really follow it too tough.
I feel like they're gonna be different.
I know about sperm donors, but
I mean, disclosing a lot of information, just giving you all a heads up. But IVF, the only reason why I know it is because I've had to personally, like, speaking out of people from the PCOS community and PCO community.
What is that? Sorry.
Polycystic ovarian, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. I don't. Now there's different levels and variations of it. Some people are quite advanced and get to a point where they cannot actually be fertile. And some women are at a point where they cannot produce babies. I'm in that bracket between. And so IVF has been one of my options that I've made, not as an option, but a thing that I said, yes, I'm going to do.
Right. And that is understandable, though, to me.
That process will be very long, because it's also bearing in mind of the news of having the doctors telling me that, you know, it's possible. I'm really opening up to you guys, but you know what? I'm going to reach out to this community.
It's up to you, innit? It's up to you.
I'm opening
you can still cut it. Let me know.
Cut the cameras.
You can cut the cameras.
Your story, because you can decide. I'm talking about the process of IVF in general.
But me, I'm going to be here to represent. I'm going to be here to represent my community of girls that are going through this. All right, honestly. Whoever else is going out there, I'm gonna just tell you all now, you're not alone. And where there's a will, I'm a very strong believer of this, and it's one of my biggest sayings on my page. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, God has made it possible. All right, IVF is possible. There is a way to be with someone and still do IVF. There's a way to be single and still do IVF.
Yeah, but what I'm saying in terms of like the fertilization, does it require like a sperm donor or stuff like that?
Yeah, it does require a sperm donor.
So this is what I was getting at.
Is that you still need a man with the sperm.
That's a point. I think what we're talking about is the environment it comes in. So like IVF, there's people that are in loving relationships that, like, for instance, you can't conceive, and you and your partner will go in there and, you know, you'll do it. Technology will do its works and you'll produce a baby. But I think what we're talking about is the whole you identifying, like, you're not saying if you need a man, are you blocking that energy because of things you've been through, like trauma or like a survival
there might be daddy issues, like there's 100%. So many different things.
That's why I was asking, does it still require sperm? Because as I said, in this life now where women think you don't need a man.
You still need it for the sperm.
Exactly, even for basic
to create life, you need both parties at the end of the day.
So that's what I'm saying. As humans, we need each other regardless. Facts. And now, if we talk about emotionally,
that is different because there's healing that comes into it and traumas. Because I feel like a lot of people, like, we can meet someone that's 60 and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm happy single. Okay, that's because you haven't dealt with any traumas that you may have had.
Just add as well, because I know this argument will come up quite a few times once people see this.
Oh Lord,
right?
I'm scared.
We don't argue. We have
Before anybody says
conversations.
anything about, but you start off as a female, you still need to grow into a male in order to produce sperm. All right.
Clit.
So yeah. All right?
Y'all
Because
didn't know
female,
that, did y'all?
You just only have a clit, and you only have,
Okay, biology.
Yeah.
teacher,
When I found out, no lie, yeah. When I found out, I was like, so everyone was a woman.
All right.
I was
You
shocked,
do
you know. I was
start
like,
off
oh,
as a
that's why
female,
she's so
but you
sensitive.
still need to be a male to produce sperm for it to connect with the egg to produce a child. So
Wait,
there's
you start as a
don't
what
bring up that
first?
argument about but you start off as a female.
Hey guys, so part 2. So if you guys watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, I'm a big fan of.
I never watched that.
Never watched it.
I don't watch those things.
It's not. It's like,
Like,
you
it
know.
pulls down my frequency more times. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mental health.
I know, guys. Don't.
Sorry, it's a great show.
It's a great
show.
You know.
guys.
You know when you just need background music to
Get
vacuum
your
and
cash.
stuff.
Get your coins.
music. Yeah, music. Not,
Okay.
Not,
Anyhow, so there's a beautiful Afro-Latina woman called Miranda Negra. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she's really, really amazing. Anyhow, she was in a relationship on Love and Hip Hop, and she got pregnant. She's now expecting twins, but she's not saying who the father is.
Oh,
And
wow,
it's a big,
why? Why is she not saying it? She's talking to many men.
No, not like that. But I feel like she's embracing this single motherhood, and I think she's kind of like an advocate, just to be like she can do it by herself. I'm all for her. Like, she's amazing. But what are your thoughts in terms of like not? I mean, it is social media, but in terms of like not saying who the father is and feeling like you can do it all by yourself.
Wait, what?
But why? What does it have to do with not saying who the father is and feeling like you can do it all by yourself? I get
That's
the
a
point.
bad thing.
But I'm
Still.
saying,
You're just doing that. Is she doing that for attention? Why is she doing it?
No, I think she
So
did
why,
it.
okay, so why is she not saying who the father is?
No, but then
does she not know?
Maybe it's not our business. Like, in the text.
I agree. Like, sometimes I'm a big listen.
Is she single?
Well,
Yeah,
she
she's
said
single.
trying to do
She's single.
mother life,
She's
right?
single, no.
Okay, so then again.
So
if
maybe
she's
she just
single,
doesn't
she
know.
doesn't-
Sorry, not sorry.
No,
Maybe you just don't fucking know,
I think
bro.
she
No, I
does. She
think
does
she
know. She
knows.
says she knows, but I'm just
Maybe
saying.
whatever she says,
Also,
maybe she prefers protecting the
Yeah, I
father.
just feel like sometimes I'm sorry, everyone on social media is too damn inner. I personally don't see any problem in her not wanting to share. Like, I believe, I'm so sorry, there's too many bad minds in this world anyway. And things like protect your family, protect your child, protect your baby daddy, whether you want to be a single parent or whether you do. Maybe he's not in the public figure, like, and she wants to protect that and she doesn't want to have him there. And I just feel like social media has made everyone feel too entitled to everybody's business.
Oh my God.
I personally don't.
Not your business.
Agree.
Mind your funky business.
Right. I personally don't even agree, especially when it comes to children and pregnancy and things that are to come. Putting it on social media.
Nah, my mom
Too
already
many
told me.
wizards and warlocks.
My mom already told me. Nope.
I've had this conversation with my partner, and I've said to him that when we have kids, I don't want the world to know about them till they hit at least 3.
Right.
Because that is our children.
100%.
We
Right.
also need to think about protecting them. Because there are people out there, no offense and mind my language, but there's motherfuckers out there that are evil-minded.
Bad mind.
Yeah,
And try to
fucking
hurt my
pedophiles. Fuck
children.
all
And
y'all.
I am not about to be going to jail for nobody.
You know, like that.
All right? Because you try and come at my child, I'm going to end you. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you before. All right? Don't come for my children because Mama Bear will
Bruv,
attack.
yeah, I don't want to experience that because
Alright.
I'll go mad.
Yeah, I just don't.
And I actually feel it for these celebrities out there that have to hide their kids from society, because I know that within them they're like, but I want to be proud. I want to show
It's not even just celebrities anymore. Like, I have friends that wanted to post their pregnancy pics but haven't, and I'm proud of them for following through with that, because I feel like with our generation it's different. Like, shout out to my sisters, they kept it on the low, you feel me, but they're a bit older, so I feel like it's easier to do. But my mom already said from when I got my first niece, it was already like, don't be putting your business out there like that, because boy,
100%. And you said, wait, it's not the pregnancy she's hiding, it's the baby dad, innit?
yeah, the dad.
And maybe, as I said, maybe
I would hide everything as much as I can, but she's on the show, innit?
I agree with that though, because for me,
I don't know the show. I can't really judge.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
would
could-
hide my baby daddy. Mainly because I know social media will attack both of us. He doesn't need it on his career. I don't need it on mine.
I'd rather have my baby dad out there than my baby's business.
100%.
Like, if that makes if y'all already know that I'm pregnant, like, and I'm still with him, but then again, she's single.
That's the thing.
Yeah, she's single.
That's why I'm like, I don't know the show, and if she's single, that's different. Yeah. I hear that still.
You don't get no check.
No check period. Not the Summer Walker and Danny Lay bullshit that they go through. We're not doing that.
Hopefully, she does a spin-off show.
You don't need a spin-off show on no side.
Just stay peaceful
Watch it,
and-
guys. I watch. I love her so
No.
much.
But if you think about it, the attack that the baby daddy gets affects you and the child.
It
Alright?
affects everything, bro.
What if the negative effect that comes to the baby daddy comes to you?
But why is the baby dad getting? Sorry, I'm getting lost.
That's society.
Why is the baby dad getting negative?
That's society. You look at
So
all
let
of
me
what
give
goes on, society
let me
will
give you
find
some
something.
back information.
Okay,
So
go
on the show,
Was he on the show?
yeah,
Okay.
the thing is, I don't know if her baby daddy is the person that was on the show. So she recently broke up with someone on the Love and Hip Hop, right?
This is what I'm saying, though.
But
Does
then-
she actually know?
But then this is another thing. Love and Hip Hop was filmed.
It's okay to say you don't know, because I know there's some bitches out there that be like, I actually don't know. I'm just gonna say it's him until I don't know. Like,
Maybe she just want to put more fuel in the flyer because I
this is
think,
my point.
for instance, if you have a bad breakup, say
this is
say
my
you guys
point.
have broken up with someone, right? And
You don't get airtime.
social media,
Yeah,
social media be asking, "Where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend?" Are you gonna answer them? Are you gonna be
No,
like,
you don't get airtime. And my answer will be, he doesn't get airtime.
No
Let's
airtime,
not even go
nigga.
into the Summer Walker thing because I've already had my rant.
Let's talk about that. That's
okay.
what we need to talk about.
Gosh,
Summer Walker's album, I love it. And these two haters over here.
excuse me, did you even know Summer Walker before you knew Summer Walker?
Yes,
Because
I
I knew
did.
Summer Walker before she was
You guys-
famous.
you guys
don't
are
chat to me,
haters.
Bubsy.
First
I'm
of
not
all,
a hater.
First
Let's
of
ask one thing.
I'm not a hater, though. Can we just?
We
said it on my post. Don't click.
We love Summer Walker.
Yeah.
I loved
So
Summer Walker
go
before you knew her.
First of all,
Watch yourself,
That's fine.
yeah. Watch yourself.
Okay,
Why do you love this
Period.
album? That's my question.
Yeah. Why do you love this album? Can you resonate?
yes, I can resonate.
Where can you resonate?
First of all, I've not had the baby on me.
Okay.
I haven't had the
Where
baby
can you
on me.
resonate? Tell us the points where you can resonate with the rich baby daddy drama.
It's not about resonating. I can feel the pain.
I asked you
Wait,
where you resonated.
Let me land, please, my love.
Where you resonated.
Let me land. So why I like the album, why I like certain songs of the album, is because something that's dealt with a breakup and had that much anger for someone, I've understood the grit that she's used to produce the album, especially because this album was, I feel like it was in the middle of when she was with him and when they broke up. So it's like there's parts of it where I
Okay,
can
next
feel,
question.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's as good as her old albums? Just keep it fucking real. Yeah, no. Cool. That was
No, this is another thing as well. You can't be taking the album saying if it's good or bad in only 2 weeks. It's only been released.
I never
You need
said
to
it's
give
good
it
or
some
bad.
time
I
to
said
like.
my opinion.
You need to
I'm asking you.
Let it simmer.
I'm asking
A lot
her
of people are
if this album is as good as her old albums.
Yes, I
Is it
like
as
it.
good?
In my opinion, yes.
Is it as good as the old albums?
In my opinion, yes.
You're
and I
mad. You're
stand on that.
brainwashed, bro.
Right.
You're
So my
brainwashed. You're
point-
brainwashed.
Summer Walker, the
I'm not
album's in
brainwashed.
a summary.
My
brainwashed.
opinion,
I'm not
and I
brainwashed.
said this on my Insta. And to be fair,
I said this openly on my social media. I can come for me if y'all want.
Come back, guys. Come back. She don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, come for me.
When I made my point was I wasn't the biggest fan of the album, and when I gave my reason, I was actually surprised. I thought people were gonna come for me, but quite a
No
few
one came for
people
me.
agreed.
Everyone agreed.
Everyone agreed, and my point was the fact that my
They're your
guy-
followers, girls.
Nah.
You're a follower,
Nah,
Bubsy.
listen, the fact that my guy, if someone done me personally, I said
She's a. Can we stop quickly? She's actually someone that writes songs and is an artist and knows how to sing. So this is like a deeper connection with actually making music
Right.
rather than just being a dancer like me and you and just listening to it.
But no,
I just
So
feel
from an
like-
artist perspective,
from an artist perspective, I don't, and even with an artist, you can't dictate and tell someone how to
fact.
deal with their
Straight
artistry.
up.
Of course not.
Never.
But for me, my guy did you dirty. Maybe it's my Aquarius in me. You will not get a penny.
She said,
You will not get a second of airtime. The most you get is 3 songs. Songs. But for it to have, my guy even said he's happy he could be the inspiration for her album. someone will have to die.
But Miriam, that's on brand. That's her brand. Like,
what's her brand?
Her brand is singing about her heartbreak.
No. Did you
and
not
stretching
hear Girls
out
Need Love, bro?
and stretching out for niggers.
You're taking it the wrong way,
Did you not hear Girls Need Love?
Bubsy.
There's so much more to her than singing about heartbreak. She has so much to her. And to be honest, I just feel like you were telling me something about how it was the label that was pushing her.
Yeah. She posted about it.
I get it. To be honest, it's a smart move because you're capitalizing off. So she's if you're capitalizing off of it, fair enough.
That is the only reason she done it, though.
She was over it from quite a while. Like
right.
her IG live, she was done with it. So for me, when you're now making a whole album, as in a whole album,
call Adele. Adele does the same thing.
Okay, then go listen to Adele.
But the thing is, there's balance.
From.
There's always a balance. You never find, especially because these. Hey, let me not get angry. Especially because you don't find these guys making whole albums about you. So
your
why
baby.
would you, as a girl, Summer Walker, like you make these battles like Girls Need Love. Like I just feel like there needs to be a balance. It makes it hard for someone like me who can't relate to you to listen to the album. Cause I'm just looking like girl.
Because
a whole album?
Because what I wanted, I said this on my social media, I wanted coughing season tunes that make me want to get dick from every angle while I'm drunk.
But she's not living that life. Why are you gonna?
She is living that life.
She's living it now.
Okay,
but during that time, she was
have you even seen what she posted about her label?
Have
you seen any of that?
I've not seen that.
See, that's my point.
I can admit I've not seen that.
That is my point because I actually follow her private page. It's not private anymore. Galacta or whatever. You can follow that. But she openly said when she dropped X for a reason, people already said to her, "Is this what your album's gonna sound like?" And she said, "Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't have the choice.
Can you imagine?
The label pushed me to do this." So anyone that's like, the album is amazing, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, the album would have been better if she would have had the freedom that she usually has. I still listen to the album, Bubsy. Don't come for me. I listen to the album. I made a choreo to one song, to Toxic, that I can't even relate to. So I still listen to the music. But in terms of her artistry and her talent, it is far from how talented she actually is, and she knows it because she came on her social media and spoke about it. So that's all I'ma say. Because she wants to have other songs, but she's not allowed.
Exactly, and that's the fuckery for me.
So that's the artist fuckery that we see with so many artists nowadays. Everyone's coming up with that.
Happens with a lot of labels.
Exactly, that's my point. That's why I posted what I posted. I wasn't hating on her. No, I still listen to the album, but I know she's more than that.
100%.
We all know she's more than that.
Like,
you get it?
Go on, sorry.
So I kind of want to